I want us to discuss about temptation and why are we being tempted and who is tempter. Devil is tempter. God can never tempt anybody because temptation is evil. But God can test our faith when we are going through temptation. He will sometimes look to see what our reaction will be like before he comes to our rescue. But the tempter is of the devil. And why do we being tempted? Satan can never tempt anyone outside your desire. Outside our desire, he can't test or he can't tempt us. Devil is a striker. He's a deceiver. He moves around watching. He comes after something outside the will of God. When we begin to lust over something outside the will of God, that is when the devil strikes. Satan can never tempt us with what we don't have interest on or what we don't like. He dare not, because we will not fall. Temptation comes out of our desire, lustful desire outside the will of God. Lustful desire outside the will of God. According to the Bible, in the book of James chapter 1 verse 13, 14 and 15, it says that the tempter is devil, and also we fall into temptation. We fall into temptation because of our lustful desire. What is lustful desire? When we begin to admire something that is not according to the will of God, when we begin to love something outside the will of God, when we begin to cherish something outside the will of God, that is when the tempter comes in. Because first of all, devil has seen that our heart is on this thing. He will first of all make that thing look so attractive because we have started lusting over that thing. He will go and garnish the thing. He will begin to inspire us with different ideas until we draw into that. He will strike. He will just strike. And what God does is that he begins to watch us and see if we will murmur against him or if we begin to blame God, because most of us blame God all the time. Meanwhile, we are the problems of ourselves. God will keep watching. As time goes on, he will come through. He will come to our rescue. He will deliver us if we keep our faith in him, not when we are going against him. But if we begin to murmur, speak bad against God, he will stay back. But if our faith comes back to God, we say, Father, help. In due time, he will come through. When one have interest over something, that is when the devil strikes, especially things that are not according to the will of God, because God is God that giveth the perfect gift. When we begin to desire according to the will of God, Satan cannot tempt us with that. He can't. He can't. But when our desire begin to go outside the will of God, that is when the tempter comes in. Satan doesn't like to miss chances. He don't like to miss chances. That's why the Bible says he's moving around like a roaring lion, seeking for whom to devour. Seeking for whom to devour. Most of us lost true information, without inquired of the Lord, and the information will look so sweet, sound so sweet, the devil will begin to garnish it. Our imagination will begin to, he will work with our imagination. If I got this, I will do. If it's money, if I got this money, I do it this way, I do it this way. He will begin to introduce some kind of ideas that is outside the will of God. And if we buy one, he will strike. Sometimes money, woman, man, depends. When we fall into the temptation, we are the cause of it, not God. God cannot push anyone into temptation. No. God cannot push any into temptation. But we fall to temptation because of our lustful desires. Because we are no more contented in the Lord. Because we are no more satisfied with what God has given to us. Because we felt that God is late. He's late in blessing us. He's late in coming true for us. Then the devil will begin to package some rubbish around. God is not a tempter. Whenever you fall into temptation, don't blame God, but seek for God's help. Whenever you fall into temptation, don't blame God. Seek for God's help. God is not a tempter, and God cannot push any into temptation. But He is a rescuer. He is a deliverer. The devil is a tempter. Devil and his agent. Because the devil is not everywhere. He has agents. The demons. They work because they are spirit. They watch and read our spirit when we are empty in the spirit. If we are not filled with the Spirit of God, they watch us. They watch. They see. If someone told you that demons are blind, it's a lie. They see. They see. They watch. And they cannot come in just like that. They will begin to whisper. Why not try like this? Why not do it this way? Why not go like this? Different ideas. So when we fall into temptation, please, let's begin to ask God for help. Let's begin to ask God for mercy. It's not time to blame God. It's not time to accuse God. It's not time to say evil against God. God is God. God is holy. God is righteous. God bless you. I believe you learned something from this video. Please keep sharing my video. It's part of evangelism. You might save soul from these videos. You might save soul. Like my video, follow me for more. God bless you. Bye.